All right. Welcome back, listeners, to Cyberpunk Third Impressions. So, I've actually finished my playthrough, but I don't think you have you, Castle?
No, as we were saying earlier, I'm only about 7% into the game. In fact, the Evelyn
That's a
storyline has
bad start.
come to a conclusion. Did you conclude your Evelyn story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Concluded the Evelyn story, but not the Judy story.
Yeah, so I've not really progressed with any Judy stuff, but Evelyn is concluded. Perfect hit.
It'd be interesting if they concluded the same way or not.
That's probably a discussion we should have offline, though.
Yes, and also probably a year down the line after we've exhausted all possibilities. Or at least I have, because I plan to have multiple playthroughs.
Although, having said that, I recall you saying at I suppose, what was the tutorial levels with Jackie when you were when you were picking up the flathead
Yes,
bot. Um, you said you did the kind of peaceful option where you didn't pull the trigger and shoot the guy.
that's right.
Um, I've watched two different other YouTubers play that game, and they all ended up taking the same option that I did. So,
Yeah.
but I,
Like I said, you don't have to choose the option. You can just let the timer run out.
Yeah, but it was only after that that I realised that letting the timer run out was an option in itself.
Yes,
If
because an inaction is still an action.
Exactly, in fact, there's quite a lot of things that I've realised as the game has gone on, which it hasn't really made obvious that occurs because the previous gripe that I had was the fact that you could never really choose a set of clothes that you liked because you were always having to then change to another set of clothing that had a better set of stats than yours.
Yes,
But then I've since found out that you can just continually upgrade the clothing you've got to keep up with the level that you're at.
you can.
So,
Though usually it's not worth. I mean, like I found with my one, once you've got like a legendary, set of gear, just stick with that and you'll be fine for ages.
yeah, but
There's
it
absolutely no
depends
need
on
to
whether
upgrade.
it's what you like. I mean, finally, I've found um, what do they call it? A chest rig, which is like a set of ammunition pouches across the. It's like a bra basically, but with the chest pouches for the ammunition, magazines and things. It suits my nomad character quite nicely.
Unfortunately, I couldn't actually find a legendary like corpo suit for my girl. She just ended up looking like some kind of stripper in the end.
And that's also one of the many criticisms that people are having of the game is the fact that with all of the hype around the clothing side of things, I mean, even with the guns actually, I mean, looking through the book that I got, it talks about all the different gun manufacturers, and it just boils down to the fact that it doesn't matter, you know,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter what gun. You're only ever looking at the stats. It's like you don't even really need to worry about the gun actually looks like, just as long as it's got a stat that's better than what you've got previously.
I mean, that's um, Borderlands all over. That is, you just throw your guns away as soon as you get a better one.
Yeah,
But again, you do have the option though. If there is a gun, say you like the paint job of, perhaps you can, as you said before, you can just keep on upgrading it. So there is that.
but then
So
the other thing that oh dear, that was not good.
that was shit.
But the point I was going to make earlier about um, the thing that Deus Ex got better than this does is the whole. Oh dear, you're in the bunker again.
I know.
Is
The
the
Lord
whole
is the Lord is punishing me for being so sexy.
the whole non-lethal thing.
It's a bit daft to the whole non-lethal thing in this one because you can still just shoot someone in the head and it's just the game telling you, it was non-lethal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like I can get, and you can got that PAX mod that turns
Yeah.
any gun you've got to be non-lethal. Okay, but then you've also got that other overall cybernetic mod that turns all of your weapons
Everything.
to
Yeah.
non-lethal, and it's like, hold on, so I'm hacking away at this guy with a fucking sword, and it's
Yeah.
non-lethal purely because I got that mod.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've
That.
got an
Yeah.
assault rifle, a fully automatic assault rifle at point blank range, and it's not it's non-lethal because
Yeah.
this mod says so.
Yeah. That was. I found that very dumb. Especially like with the katana, and you're just like chopping off arms and legs. You can still chop off arms and legs. Oh, it's non-lethal.
Yeah,
Okay. Sure.
you know what it needs is like Deus
Deus
Ex,
Ex.
in that it
Yeah.
had specific weapons that were non-lethal. You had the
Yeah. You had your stun gun
taser for up close, and you had the
and your
tranquilizer
tranquilizer. Yeah.
for range. And
And also your melee as well. Up close, lethal was your fucking blades.
yeah,
Non-lethal was you just basically knock them out with your fists.
you know, they need to have that in there, and it just seems stupid that I can just wander in. And the other stupid part of it is I know that, I mean, I'm doing a lot of like the psycho, oh dear, cyber psycho missions where it looks better on you if you take them alive.
Take them out, yeah, take them alive, yeah, because otherwise
So
you get chastised.
yeah, so all I do is just hack at them with my samurai sword until they're in like less than 10% health, and then
Yeah,
punch
just,
them,
just biff them.
and
Yeah,
then it's a live take, and it's like, well, that doesn't make any bloody sense.
yeah. I've basically cut this person to within an inch of his life, and then just knocked
Yeah.
him out. Say, oh, he's knocked out now. Yeah, that's from severe blood loss.
You know, cut his arms off. He's clutching his throat for a gushing
He's
blood wound.
he's got like a knife in his head. He's technically still alive. He can't actually talk or anything,
And
but
because I punched him and then he stopped talking, he's dead. He's unconscious.
I think I'm just going to let you win this one. I'm in a charitable mood
You're
today.
just going to let me. I think what you're actually saying, Craig, is 9 times out of 10 as I kick your ass at golf because
Have we even played this 9 times yet?
I don't think we have, but
So your statistics are bullshit. I'm calling you
well,
out.
okay, you call me out. I'm gonna say because I'm better at you at golf. Because I grew up playing PGA Tour on the Mega Drive, and the PlayStation, various iterations.
Here we go. When statistics fail, you just have to bring out the facts instead.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I've got the edge. I don't often have the edge in games, but sometimes I have the
You are a true edgelord.
Ooh. Bong.
Whoop. Yeah, I think that's one of going back to Cyberpunk, as everyone wants us to. They're getting bored of our golf banter. That was one of my main gripes. Was that one? Was the lethal non-lethal bullshit, because it made zero difference to the gameplay, none at all. If non-lethal was harder to pull off, but you got more XP for it, I would have liked something like that. Because there is no need to do a stealth run either, because you don't get anything out of it.
Well, that's it.
When there was a few missions that it says it's optional, but yeah, optional. You do a stealth run. Okay, great. I did the stealth run. What do I get out of it? Oh, you get an extra 1,000 credits. Really? That's it? 1,000 credits for fucking around? Doing this gig that takes like 3 times longer to stealth it, when I just rush in and fuck everything up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I suspect it's probably a bit of money or a little bit of XP that you get extra.
That's it. That's all you get, because it'll actually say, I've given you a bit extra. Go to this terminal, which is the other side of the city. Okay, I'll go there. Oh, what you got? Yeah, $1,000. Great.
It's like the worst that happens is old Regina goes, "Oh, I thought you were more professional than this." Well, fuck you, Regina. You weren't there.
You were wrong.
You weren't there when that guy tried to shoot my face off because I couldn't aim properly.
Yeah,
I see there was a 9 gig download for it a couple of days ago.
yeah.
And
Don't download that.
oh, well, it automatically did it.
Oh, because that's the one where now if you actually if your save game goes above 8 meg, it will corrupt.
Well, I heard that if you craft or loot too much, it will
Yeah.
corrupt your save game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this new this new fix has done. It's like, thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. 9 bloody gig though, that's a lot. I was expecting some pretty game-changing differences there, but actually, nothing's fucking changed.
Well, not for us, because I think it's mainly for oh wow, this is just supreme golf.
Well, I think
This
well, like you say, I think a lot of the
unplayable
changes,
lie.
a lot of the
I
changes are down to the consoles, but I can't help but feel like a lot of the shit that we're getting is because they were trying to retrofit it to the consoles on the side because of the shareholders. It wouldn't surprise me if actually their initial intentions were to put it onto PC first, then not hit the hole.
Well, that's what happened. They didn't hit the hole at all.
No, so they tried to do everything all at once, and suddenly 3 different platforms, so 3 different types of code, and oh, we've got problems. Surprise effing surprise.
Yeah, it's a crying shame. It really is. And I think the problem is because they brought it on themselves because they hyped this game up so much.
Yeah.
So much. If it had been, like, say, Witcher 3 came out of nowhere, no one expected it to be like such a great game as that. So there's none of the expectation. So that's why everyone's like, my God, Witcher 3 is like the best game ever made. Whereas like they just heap this as like the messiah of gaming, and yeah, the expectations were so low.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, I was saying to that old Al Packet Lost that I don't think I've seen a game with this amount of hype behind it ever. Oh, fuck's sake. I mean,
Well,
that book.
I can't think of one, and we're playing it right now.
Yeah, well, no, that's not hype. It's delivering on its hype.
Well, that's what I mean. This game is the same amount of hype as Cyberpunk, but it actually delivered.
Yeah, but there's not books.
Oh, look at that! Look at that, you
Look
bastard!
at you, the birdie. It's not going to save you, though.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I've still got time.
Well, the last game we played, you did actually win at the last round, so
Yes.
that's all. So,
Gonna John McClane this shit.
but yeah,
I've got my-
but no, this game has got a known. It's a huge amount of hype. There's competitions about people, cosplay competitions. It's got all this.
Shit.
It's got all these videos coming out every couple of weeks with new gameplay. It's big books. I mean, there's multiple books. I mean, the book that we've got, I would consider to be a good kind of lore book. But there's another one
Yeah.
as well, which came out, which is all about how to bloody play the game, and it wasn't even out yet.
Oh, I mean, well, that's not just Cyberpunk. Those kind of books have been out in memoriam. They
Well,
have.
the Prima, I think they're called, the company called Prima or something. But yeah, they come out there and they give you all the tips and tricks to finish the game.
Yeah, which is unnecessary, really, because it's not that type of game. If you need it's in fact it's the one game where you don't want a book to tell you what to do because you want to do it your own way.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who just want to beat the damn thing.
I know, I hate people like that. They're not actually playing the game.
No, you just follow a script. Oh, we're both in the bunker. Just following a script to see.
It's
who
just
gets
the same as it's just the same as hackers and cheaters. I don't even know why they bother. I mean, it's obviously not to play the game. It's for some kind of need to be liked or
Well,
Uh,
it's just to feel superiority over others.
yeah, it is. It's a Napoleon complex.
Wee man syndrome, as the Scots would say.
Oh, all right, wee man.
Alright, well, wee man.
Well, I'm going to leave it for quite a bit now. Okay, I'm going to leave that shot right there. Perfect.
Good place to leave it.
I'm currently playing the Long Dark again because I want to play that kind of solitary game.
Fuck's sake. I see there's another game out that basically looks like the Long Dark, but it's a Russian game with a bit more crafting and survival in it by the looks of it. But other than that, it's exactly the same.
I can recommend the Long Dark to everyone if you want just a game, especially this year. It's quite an apropos game, all about isolation and surviving by yourself against a bitter and cruel world.
Yes. Sadly, no Amazon. Well, no, I think if any game is apropos to today's life, it's Death Stranding. Oh, delivery to a.
It was. I saw it after I'd done my first finish of Cyberpunk. I saw it. It was on Steam at a third off, I think it was.
I suggest you get it.
It was like the perfect time to get it, but I was going to click on it and I thought, no, I just don't think I can play this yet. I just do not feel I'm in the mood to play that game just yet.
It's.
I was in the mood for the Long Dark, because I've played it before, but also it's a hard game, but it's also a simplistic game at the same time. And there's not much to it, but there's a very good gameplay loop.
Oh, balls. I do recommend Death Stranding. I would strongly recommend when you do play it to put it on easy mode, because it's a game that is built around a story, but has boss battles put into it that just they don't need to be there really. They just hinder the gameplay. And actually, it's probably a game that's more focused around the side quests. You know, when you're speaking to the people and the things you're doing for them and the reasons they want you to be delivering things to them, it is more about side quests and the delivery than it is about doing the actual missions within the game.
It's a bit like the original, well, not the original, but the rebooted Deus Ex again. That is, whereas the boss battles were a massive detriment to the game as a whole.
Yeah, was it No, not Mankind Divided. Human Revolution, wasn't it?
Human Revolution.
Yeah, that
where they
one.
they had like a subcontractor to actually do the boss battles without any context of what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean that made no sense and just completely ruined the game.
Yeah.
And then when they put in the fix, which involved you just hacking turrets to kill the bad guys, so you weren't directly responsible for their death, it's like, well, I kind of am. If I've instructed that turret to kill that man, I'm kind of responsible for his death.
Well, there's also you could like say electrocute or stun them or gas them. So there were still ways of like
But
not
what
passive,
I liked about playing,
you couldn't you obviously couldn't stealth your way past, which was great about the very first Deus Ex, the 2001, is you could actually just stealth right past like all the bosses, and later on in the game, like they would actually call you out and call you a pussy. That was great.
what I liked about the second one, Mankind Divided, was the fact that you could just actually I was about to go on a different direction there, but the actual reason why I liked the second one was the fact that by default in my first playthrough, uninterrupted playthrough, was the fact that I got the pacifist
Playthrough, yeah, the achievement.
The achievement for it, because I didn't kill anybody, and it's it always adds a different element to the game when you're trying not to kill somebody. Same with Cyberpunk, when you're trying
Yeah.
to hack the cameras and not kill anybody, just take them down. It adds an extra element because you got to get right up behind somebody to do the whole stealth. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That could have saved the day. That could have. No, it couldn't have.
You are over 5 and I'm par, it seems.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to win this one somehow. But again, with the problem with Cyberpunk, it's just the same gameplay whether you're doing it not it's not even pacifist, lethal or non-lethal. There's no pacifism about it.
1 under, and there you are at 5 over.
Yeah, my best score yet.
Schlub.
I got +5. That's great. Yeah, skills.
First, motherfucker. Rank up, 16. There's my arrogant looking cunt of a player. Looking
So
with his...
my guy looks a bit dazed. Just like, what's going on? Why am I here?
I don't even
Why
get
have you?
to see the... Well, at the beginning of the matches, I specifically get to choose what action I give you when I win. And all it does is just a freeze frame of him looking incredibly smug.
My guy looks dazed and confused.
Oh, who's the blonde woman that was in that film?
Dazed and confused.
Yeah.
Wasn't
The
Heather
19
Graham, was it?
No. Well, she might have been there, but it wasn't her. Well, anyway, let's call an end to this particular GTA Ramble
Yes, yes.
whilst we look into the sunset.